We've been a leader in banking for more than 100 years. You'll find us here, at home, on your phone, and everywhere you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Sponsored by Renaissance Bank.
Good morning and welcome to Daily Journal Newsbreak for Thursday, February 8th. I'm your host, Chris Kiefer, and we're going to take a look at the top news and sports stories from Northeast Mississippi. But first, let's start with your weather forecast. Today we're looking at sunny skies with a high of 54 and a low of 33. Looking ahead at your weekend outlook Friday, partly cloudy, high of 62, low of 51. Saturday, 100% chance of rain, high of 61 and a low of 43. Sunday, more rain, that's a 70% chance. The high is 52 and the low is 30. Let's take a look now at today's top headlines. The Mississippi Senate passed a bill on Wednesday that would standardize the way school board members are elected. The bill passed by a 28 to 23 margin. It does not impact school boards that have members who are appointed, such as Tupelo. Under the bill, all elected school board members would stand for election in either 2023 or 2024. 2023 is a state election year, and 2024 is a presidential election year. The elections for school board districts 1 and 5 would be held in 2023. The elections for districts 2, 3, and 4 would be held in 2024. Those elections would be for 4-year terms. School board members are currently elected in a variety of ways. Some are for 6-year terms, while others serve 5 or 4-year terms. Members are also elected for staggered terms. The initial bill would have had all 5 members on the ballot during the same election cycle, but many had concerns with replacing an entire board in one election cycle. An amendment was offered to set up 2 elections with 2 members on the ballot one year and 3 members the next year. The city of Tupelo will spend $20,000 to buy land needed to help pave the way for construction of a Chickasaw Nation Heritage Center in Tupelo. After a closed-door executive session on Tuesday night, the Tupelo City Council voted unanimously to buy 2 parcels of land and to accept the donation of a third. The land is needed to construct a service road that will provide access to 162 acres located adjacent to the Natchez Trace and owned by the Chickasaw Enchanted Foundation. In 2016, the Chickasaw Nation, the Chickasaw Enchanted Foundation, the City of Tupelo, and the National Park Service signed an agreement over the proposed Heritage and Cultural Center. Under it, the city will aid in the construction of a road providing direct access to the Heritage Center from the Natchez Trace. It also will build a service road for commercial and construction traffic to reach the property while bypassing the trace, which is closed to certain kinds of traffic. The Tupelo Convention and Visitors Bureau has committed $1 million to help the city fulfill its obligations toward the project. Construction would not begin until more detailed agreements are in place. Mississippi residents with a certain type of gun license could sue governments under a bill passed Wednesday by the House. The Associated Press reports House Bill 1083 seeks to deal with judges, public universities, public schools, and others who are defying a 2011 law. That law lets people carry guns almost anywhere on public property after taking a training course and getting an enhanced concealed carry license. The bill now heads to the Senate for more debate. House Judiciary B Committee Chairman Andy Gibson argued that the additional training makes the enhanced permit holders safer than typical concealed carry permit holders. Others, however, argued that even trained gun owners pose threats in courthouses or at sporting events. The measure creates a process to challenge the gun bans. The Attorney General's office would be required to investigate written complaints within 30 days. If the agency didn't stop violating the law, a person could then sue. And in sports, the Mississippi State and Ole Miss football teams completed their signing classes on Wednesday. It was National Signing Day, although the day did not carry the same weight as in years past, since recruits were also allowed to sign letters of intent in December. New Mississippi State coach Joe Moorhead made his mark in Mississippi. 13 members of his initial class hail from the Magnolia State, and 2 others were plucked from the state's junior college system. Moorhead signed the state's top 6 prospects, according to 247sports.com. The Bulldogs signed 8 players on Tuesday in addition to the 15 previously announced in December. Their class is ranked 27th nationally and 9th in the SEC, by 247sports.com. For Ole Miss, the best recruiting news of the late period came earlier in the week with the commitment of Miles Battle, a 4-star wide receiver from Houston, Texas. Ole Miss added 7 signees to bring its total class to 22. Ole Miss currently has the number 30 class according to 247 Sports and the 10th ranked class in the SEC. It includes 2 4-star receivers to join 4-star quarterback Matt Corral. That does it for Newsbreak on this Thursday. Don't forget that this show is just one of the many online offerings courtesy of the Daily Journal to get you news off the page and on the go. The Memo podcast returns today with a new format. We'll release one episode each week that goes in depth to explore a single newsworthy topic. This week's episode covers the Tupelo Public School District Superintendent Search. Listen now in Apple Podcasts, Google Play, or at memo.tjournal.com. And Ole Miss and Mississippi State fans, listen to the Double Coverage podcast with beat reporters Parrish Alford and Logan Lowry discussing the latest on the Bulldogs and Rebels. Look for a new episode this afternoon in Apple Podcasts, Google Play, or at doublecoverage.tjournal.com. Each story discussed today on Newsbreak can be found in your daily journal or online at tjournal.com, where you can also find a new episode of Newsbreak each weekday morning at 7 a.m. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Kiefer. Have a great Thursday.